Alright guys, what's up? Carventuresquad back here again. Today, build series episode number 1 is going to be installing this IEG stage 2 oil pump. It's an 11mm that's been ported with bigger ports and everything like that. I'll link all the specs down in the description for you guys. I'm going to be showing you guys how to install this bad boy onto the block. Alright, so I already got the new crank seal in here. All you need to do is line it up, and you could literally push it in with your finger. Put a little bit of oil in there, push it in with your finger, and make sure it's even on all the sides and pressed in as far as it can go. If you can't do that, I know Company 23 makes tools for pushing in seals along with the cam seals and everything else for your engine. I was able to get mine in fine. You could also use a socket that's this big. I have no idea how big of a socket that would be, but yeah, I'm sure you guys could find one and just press it down with a socket. So from IEG, they include the new seal. They give you a new O-ring and then new oil pump bolts, which are going to be awesome. These oil pump bolts are 10mm. That's the size of their head. And I do believe they're going to be getting torqued down to 9 foot-pounds. But yeah, let's get started on this. Alright, first things first, y'all. We're going to be putting the O-ring back in the hole down here. I think you guys can see it right where my finger is. So the O-ring is going to sit in there. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it before it goes in. And it should just sit right in that spot. Press it in a little bit, make sure it's nice and even. There you go. Step number 1. Let me go get the oil off my fingers. Alright guys, it's going to be a little hard to tell, but on the crankshaft there are flat sides. So up here, I have it top dead center right now. So on both sides there are flat sides on the crankshaft. And then on the top it's rounded, right? So it's kind of keywayed, but yeah, so flat sides on both sides. In your oil pump, I don't know if you can tell, there's going to be flat grooves that will match up with your crank. So you want to make sure those flat grooves match up when you're putting the oil pump onto the block. Also, what I have done, I put some RTV black on here. There's not really any install instructions, but other videos I have seen, they have put some RTV gasket maker kind of in this pattern. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of goes around the bolt holes, this little weird shape, and then around here. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is oil up the crank right here where it's going to slip on. I'm also going to oil up the seal, just the inside of the seal right here, just lightly. And then yeah, we should be able to put it on real quick. It's going to line up with the keyways like I said, and then there's also a dowel right here that's going to have to line up with. So yeah, let me get this thing greased up and we can put it on. Alright guys, so like I said, once you get the keyway on the crankshaft, get it a little bit oiled up with some just oil. And you're going to want to put RTV right here, make a little gasket, just kind of in the pattern. You can kind of see what I did here. And you're going to want to put a little bit of oil on the inside of the seal, just so it sits properly. And then we are going to put this on the engine block. So you guys get to watch me struggle, try and do this. Just kind of try and line everything up the best you can before you start pushing. Should slowly go into place. I have to give it a little, oh, there we go. Right on the keyway. Make sure everything's nice and even. All right, so we're in place. I'm going to start putting the bolts in just hand tight. And these are the bolts that are supplied by AIG. So they're here. The brand new bolts, might as well use them, throw away the other ones, right? I will get back to you with the torque, but I am going to put these in hand tight. Do not go any further than hand tight because you got to torque them down to the right spec. All right, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we got our torque wrench here. We are setting it to 5 foot-pounds of torque. That's all the bolts need on the oil pump. Yeah, so you're gonna want to go, so they're all hand tight right now. You're gonna want to go in a crisscross pattern. So usually start up here, go down to the bottom, go here, go down to the bottom, and I'll go here, here, and then here, and then we'll circle all around again. So just try your best to keep it in a star pattern just to make sure the oil pump goes on evenly. Yeah, so I'm going to torque all those down with a torque wrench and we'll get right back. Alright guys, so first episode of the build series is done, installing a IAG oil pump. This is the stage 2 oil pump from IAG. Yeah, so this is completed install of their oil pump on an EJ257. We have a lot to do, a lot of episodes of this build series coming out, so stay tuned guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it's a little informative, helps you guys out a little bit, you know. Yeah, just give me some feedback in the comments, let me know what you're looking forward to. Thanks guys, peace.